So is done still better than perfect, or is it trying to find that balance?
I think for me, the lesson has been not one thing works for everybody.
What you got going on today?
I got a meeting coming up in 7 minutes, and since I'm ready to go for the meeting, I was just spending a little bit of time looking up events that are coming up in the area that I should probably attend. And I didn't realize this, but the Triangle Ad Federation has an event. I believe it's on February 20th. They're going to be featuring some of the best advertising campaigns in the last year. So I think I might attend.
What do you think you might get out of that?
Well, it looks like they have hors d'oeuvres, and they have. Just kidding. I think it's really cool to be around people that are making waves and doing big things. When I go to events like this, I don't see it as honestly like a sales opportunity as much as I do about building connections and just, again, it's all about being around people that you are impressed by and like people that are doing big things. So I'm excited to meet some of these folks that are going to win some of the awards, and I'd love to see some of the videos that receive the awards too. So this should be pretty fun. I might bring Spencer too.
Cool shirt.
Thanks.
Abby, say what up to the vlog.
What up?
Today's gonna be a challenging day because we're at the office right now. We got here around 9 and we have a shoot at like 6 p.m. All the way in Apex, and that's not gonna end until about 8. So it's gonna be a really long day. Sometimes that's just what you gotta do. It's part of the grind. So all of it's gonna be in the vlog. This is gonna be an interesting vlog. Hey, I noticed you have a meeting in a couple minutes. It's your mastermind, correct?
Correct.
Tell me a little bit about that. What you got going on? What's this mastermind?
So the name of the mastermind is called the Ultimate Freedom Formula Mastermind, and it's run by Paul Maskell. In general, I think the biggest takeaway from me, if you've never heard of it, it's just a small group of business owners that sort of get together and we talk about like current events, what's going on in our business, and then we each take turns. It's almost like group therapy. So we each take turns expressing, concerns or issues that are happening within our business, and as a round table, like board of advisors, everybody takes turns giving you feedback and giving you insight as to how they overcame that obstacle a few years ago or what they would do in your scenario.
Do you feel like it's been super beneficial for Tortuga since you started?
I think it's been extremely beneficial for Tortuga, but also for me too. I think it's helped me maintain my sanity, and it helps you to have accountability partners.
So how is your progress so far? Have you been keeping up?
Yeah, we started implementing. So like I have my goals up here on the thing. We started implementing the 12-week year concept, and we just started in January. I think we're making a lot of good progress. I'd like to improve on execution. I think as it's always been a strong suit of mine to do, but as of late, I've been listening to a lot more noise in the background, and I've been moving away from my original like done is better than perfect model, and I've started to overthink things way more lately, which has led to not executing as much as I normally do. Like I'm normally the type of individual that does a lot and then kind of fixes along the way, but at the end of the day makes progress. And I think over the last 6 months, my biggest issue has been execution. But I think I'm working on that, and I'm really happy with the progress we're making.
So actually, that's interesting you say that. So is done still better than perfect, or is it trying to find that balance?
I think for me, the lesson has been not one thing works for everybody. I think everybody has a system. Everybody has a thing that works really well with them. And for me, for my personality type, the way that I learn, the way that I do things, for me, done is better than perfect. 100%.
I think that's,
for someone else, it's not.
I actually think that's a good point, because then you have, like, my next question to you is, when you're running an agency and other people don't have that same vibe, they don't feel that done is better than perfect, how do you mesh together?
Well, it's the same way you like work in a team when people have different what do you call the thing where you like, there's like the visual learners, a type A, type B,
Yeah.
or whatever. So similarly to that, you know, when you have a group of people you're working with, everybody has different learning styles, communication styles, or whatever. You just try to find a middle ground. So I think you have to do that in life too. When working and collaborating with other agencies that do things differently, it's just about finding that sweet spot. But I think step one is identifying what your thing is. Figure out what works for you, do that, and then understand that that's not what's going to work for everybody else. So you got to be willing to step outside of your comfort zone and find that sweet spot so that you can collaborate and work with other people that don't have the same exact style that you do of doing things and getting things done.
I actually think that's I'm glad you brought that up because I'm not a done is better than perfect kind of guy.
Correct.
But with that said, if I realize that me trying to be perfect is preventing me from getting it done, then like I almost have to like flip a switch and be like, okay, this is not working.
Exactly.
So like,
and this type of relationship, it kind of reminds me like your like our relationship, me and Spencer, is very, very similar to like kind of like a yin and yang type of thing. Like where I'm lacking in, you help me by bringing your attention to detail. Your and I need that, and so it's a really good dynamic. I think you gotta surround yourself with people who are different. You can't just all be done as better than perfect people, because then everything will be not great.
yeah, because there's plenty of times when like I've been so caught up on detail, and you've had to step in and be like, well, I really appreciate the attention to detail, but this needs to be done, and it's not getting done,
And vice versa.
Yeah, exactly. So good, cool. Well, go crush your mastermind.
I feel like today's another one of those days that's just totally fucked because I just finished the vlog from like last week. It's the first daily vlog that we did. Just because yesterday all of that archiving and data backup and transferring stuff just took so long. It was like 4 hours of just transferring files. So I just finished this one and I have to do another one, and it's currently almost 12:30 and we're leaving for lunch soon. So after that, just a couple meetings, more footage to be filmed, and then we have to go shoot, later on today for that surgeon. So as this one is exporting, I don't know, it's just one of those things where it feels really behind right now.
Could you get me more pictures of like behind the scenes stuff? I'm lacking again.
Oh, I took some for Frenchies.
Okay.
I just need to upload them to Lightroom.
Really appreciate it.
Yep, got you.
Just staring at my queue.
Look at this.
It's
I'm not-
cute.
I'm not the only one waiting to export stuff. Jeez. Oh, just uploaded our first vlog. It's on YouTube. It's awesome. Mary's mad at me right now because I just let her know that I was posting something. She's in charge of all of our social media. And so I was like, hey, something's going live in like an hour. I usually have to give her more heads up, but super behind today, so I'm just trying to play catch up and hope she forgives me. People, a daily vlog might be a little boring, especially for someone like us. You see people like Gary Vee doing it, and Tony Robbins and other people doing these vlogs, and it's like, oh, they have an interesting life. We kind of have a boring life.
I think it's interesting you say that, but from everyone that I've heard that has started one of these, even the ones that we see as having an interesting life, they think they're boring too. So
does that mean
people who like what we are up to?
That's what I was gonna get into. Like, for someone watching this and is like, what's the benefit of starting a vlog like this? What is it? What's the benefit?
For me personally, I think one of the most important things that I would like to convey with this vlog, with doing ongoing videos, is to give people an inside look into who we are as people. Because people do business with people they know, like, and trust. Oftentimes, I'm only able to talk to someone for a couple of minutes at a networking event. We hit it off. We do a discovery meeting. At that point, we're only a couple of hours really invested into each other. Making the commitment to work with someone for at least a year on marketing campaigns and a bunch of other stuff after having only spent an hour or two with them is kind of a big decision. I wish everybody I did business with had a vlog, so that when I went home and, you know, on my own time, on my downtime, I could look at what they're like. Maybe I don't like them as people. Maybe some of the decisions that they make and choices that they make and things they talk about are things that I stand against, and I'd love to know that before going into like a kind of a long-term business relationship. So maybe other people think the same way I do, maybe they don't, but my goal with this is to give people an inside look as to who we are. We're not perfect, we're figuring things out, but we have good intentions, and we're doing it all with our customers at the heart of it, like everything.
It is 4:35. We should be on the road right now, but Luis is holding us up. He just got a phone call, an important phone call. So we're gonna be a little bit late.
We are kind of on the way to a video shoot. So I don't think I have as much time as I would love to truly sit down and like go through every little detail. And I'd also love to bring in one more person into this. But it sounds like I really love your thought process, and I think this is a really good fit. If you're open to it, John, I know you've probably got a busy schedule, but I'd love to just grab some time where we can talk about this.
Whatever. Gonna make me late for a shoot. Luis, if you're watching this, don't fire me. So we're about to go film some modules. These are self-diagnosis modules for a shoulder surgeon client of ours. Really exciting, really big project. I almost forgot these. These are our lav mics. I'm really glad I remember these.
I was trying to go to the first floor, and we're on the first floor.
The first thing that we try to do when we're shooting a video is we try to scope the area. Sometimes this happens during the creative session. Sometimes this happens during the shoot. Sometimes you're just not lucky enough to get your eyes on wherever you're shooting before you show up. So for us, me personally, one of the things that I like to look at in a room is leading lines and try and get that composition for a subject, especially if we're shooting for like an interview or talking head or some type of tutorial where a person is our subject. It's really important to be able to frame them up very nicely. So I like to scope the area out, figure out the best place. And one thing you really have to keep in mind is if you have equipment, lights, domes, all that stuff, where are you going to be able to put it? Sometimes you're in cramped areas, so you don't want to pick a cramped area to shoot in, because then you're not going to have room for the lights. You're going to have a lot of people like shoulder to shoulder. You're going to knock things over. It's going to suck. So in this specific instance, I think this corner is going to be the best. It's dark. It gives us a lot of area to set up our lights, and then we can shoot directly into that corner, which you're not going to be able to see, but maybe we'll throw some of the final product in here, but you can shoot directly into that corner. The only other thing is lights here. Something you have to be aware of when you're shooting, for those of you guys that are interested in video projects, is lighting. Sometimes fluorescent lighting, commercial lighting isn't the best on camera, so that's another thing you have to keep in mind. But these look like they are high-grade LEDs, so they shouldn't cause us any problems.
Service on shoots, by the way?
Yeah, occasionally on shoots with people that I don't know who they are. Like if it's a new client and I'm going by myself and this is the first interaction I'm gonna have with the client, I do get a little nervous. It helps to be able to zone in and really focus on what you're doing. Okay, I'm here to film a video about this, so I'll just get right to the point. Sometimes I'm really bad because I don't build rapport just because I'm so focused on trying not to be nervous. Like, oh, I'm here for a shoot. Okay, let me set up. All right, yep. Oh, okay. And just me trying to focus on like the shoot and not be nervous. I'm very introverted, which is an issue sometimes, but it is what it is. I want to go to more shoots where people spoil us. You want coffee, hot chocolate, anything, snacks?
No, I think we want that in there.
A whole assortment of stuff.
If we put that out there and that sounds like you, and you have that type of company, you should call us, because we'll do work for food.
Yeah.
Bye, Joe.
All right, it's 8:05. We just finished our shoot. with the surgeon. It is a long day, long night. Sometimes in you know, marketing and video production and really anything, or any business, sometimes you just gotta just get it done. You know, there's not any other options. Just happens to be that he's a very busy guy, so this was the time we were able to get it done, and turned out really well. Good shoot, and overall, pretty good day, successful. Looking forward to tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching the vlog, and we'll see you guys on tomorrow's episode of The Daily Show.